Hi, this is Maria from Maris Way of Life. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am working in my Erin Condren for the week of the 8th to the 14th, and I use my Erin Condren for pre-planning. I am showing you something that I posted on my Instagram that I had my sister design for me. And I'm also showing you everything that I'm using, from my Sprocket to the Happy Planner Punch to two of my favorite sticker value packs from the Happy Planner, or Me and My Big Ideas. The one I'm looking at is the Color Story Value Pack, and I pull out that black and white page. And the other one that I also pulled out was the Journaling Doodle from Mambi as well. And so my focus this week, well, first of all, is to make sure that I'm in the right week. As you can tell, I'm whiting out for the week of July 27th to, August 2nd. And I'm glad I realized that I do this really early on. So here you see me changing back to the correct week. So I decided to white out the bottom because I pulled out a washi that I bought back when I started my planner journey. And I want to say that this March 2020, it's only been a year. I feel like I've been doing this forever, but it's really only been a year. I don't know why I was thinking that I was doing this for longer. And I mean, at the same time, it makes me really happy because I have learned my planning style, and I still keep learning daily. But that washi I bought at Michael's for 33 cents. And so I love this pattern washi with the polka dots. I love polka dots. I actually have my classroom with a lot of polka dots. And then this black and white eye aesthetic is like right up my alley. So I am using as much black and white as I can pull because I want to make sure that I do post this on Instagram to promote my support within the planner community and joining them this week for a planner community challenge in honor of supporting Black lives. And I was supposed to decorate my spread this week of June 8th to the 14th in black and white only. But there was one thing that I didn't read, and I'm going to quote it right now straight from their post. And this is hosted by Queen's Fancy Plans and Katie Did Plans on Instagram. And I will leave this information for you in my description box. Let me go ahead and read. It says, decorate your spread for the week of June 8th to the 14th in black and white only. Include uplifting quotes by inspiring Black leaders. You can either letter these yourself or print and adhere them to the pages. So I obviously just read black and white, and then I went with it. And when I was reading it, just to make sure I had what they had challenged us to do, I read that I have to have uplifting quotes by inspiring Black leaders. So I went back way at the end of the spread because I was technically done, and I was like, yay, hip hip hooray, I'm done. I'm going to post it on Instagram, and I'm like, hold your horses. I did it wrong. And so fortunately, I was working with all of these items, like I mentioned at the beginning, and you saw how I cut with my blue. It's a medium hole punch, and this hole punch from Me and My Big Ideas Happy Planner square punch measures the boxes in the classic Happy Planners, and I knew I could use it here because even though it's not the height of an Erin Condren, it is the width. So it worked out really well, and I made sure I cut them to that size because the page that I pulled out from the Color Story Value Pack is actually for their big Happy Planner. So that worked out, and I did the same with my Sprocket picture refills for my Sprocket, whatever that's called. What is it? Sprocket paper. And so I did the same. It cut out some of my quote or what my sister designed for me to post on Instagram. And so I ended up removing my little quote or saying on the side and move it out of the spread because I am not a black leader. I might be inspiring, but I'm not a black leader. So I decide to take them off in a little bit, or not in a little bit, at the end of my spread. And then while I was busy chattering with you guys, I also did a quote actually from someone that inspired me in my years through college while I was studying Black history, and that is Frederick Douglass. I was obsessed with reading stories about him and how he learned how to read and educate himself. And so this quote, I mean, it spoke volumes to me while I was trying to get through college because that was not an easy task for me. And it says, knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave. And that stuck to me throughout my years in college and beyond because, I mean, that's so powerful and it's true. Knowledge is very important. Hence, actually, I read what I had written or posted on Instagram. I defined the word ignorance and then move on to say, take this noun and turn it into a verb, learn. Because I just think knowledge is the key, just knowing. I mean, someone posted on Instagram something that actually stuck to me as well. And it said something, and I don't think I'm going to quote it like exactly, but was something in the terms of if you hear someone's stories, it's hard not to become their friends or not to like them, something. And it's true. I mean, everyone has a story, and it is great to become knowledgeable. Not like I tell my students, not every single one of you are going to be friends, but that is not an excuse for you not to be nice. I always tell them you don't have to be friends, but you do have to be nice and respectful because we're a learning community. And as soon as they step into my classroom, we become a learning community that thrives together. No matter what. Well, I kind of knew I was going to do this, so let me stop sidetracking. Not that this is not relevant information for my spread. Definitely it is. But let me tell you about my struggle right here. If you are looking at my plan with me, this sidebar was giving me a headache. And so I didn't like my print, and I ended up putting the sticker on top of Frederick Douglass quote. And then I was kind of sad because the quote wasn't there. And at this point, I didn't even realize that we needed quotes from, inspiring leaders. And so I then wished I had left it. But anyway, I was very excited when I realized that the previous week in my memory plan, which was, what was it? The last week of May, or the Memorial Day week of the 25th to the 31st of May. And I had used actually a black and white spread in honor of George Floyd. And so I had already done a black and white spread before any of this challenge. And I don't know. Today is Sunday. What is it? Sunday, June 7th. And at this point, I don't know what I will be uploading first. I really want to upload this one just in case you haven't heard about the challenge and you are part of the YouTube community, that I would love to see your plan with me. And if you let me know, I will be more than happy to go see it. And if you are not, then maybe you can just post it on Instagram and then tag me so that I can see it. That would be awesome. But at the same time, I also have my memory plan from the previous week that I didn't post because I wanted to amplify the voices of others. And so I wanted to make sure that I did leave that platform very wide open for my black brothers and sisters. That's what I wanted to do. And the initial post, or I think I put it in my community post here on YouTube, as well as I did in Instagram, or on Instagram, was that that post specified that they wanted to amplify the voices of Black, Indigenous, and people of color. They were very specific. And well, as you can tell, I am a person of color. So I could have uploaded, but I did want to amplify the voices of our Black community on YouTube and on Instagram, especially because, well, those are the two platforms that I am a part of. So I figured that that's something that I wanted to do, and well, that's that. If you look at my plan with me, I did find some strips or washi strips from the Doodle value pack from Mambi, and I love them and alternate them in between that and then some of the washi strips that came in my leftovers from Stuck on You Designs leftover from last week. Or is it last week now at this point? No, it's 2 weeks ago at this point, because I didn't post last week at all. Or, well, for me, is this current week, because today is Sunday, June 7th. So anyway, I love how that looks at the top. And then I go ahead and want to cover that hexagon from Erin Condren, and I use those small washi strips to cover that up. And that works out really well, because that's where I usually put my dinner stickers, so that I can document that during the week, and that works out really well. But then I need two thinner washi strips, and I just cut them down to fit the boxes at the bottom, and that works out really well. So let's see, did I forget anything else from the spread? Because I tend to sidetrack and then ramble and then sidetrack some more and forget what I'm doing. But I think that's it. And then I do just want to mention that I know you're seeing an Erin Condren ruler here. I did haul this, but I have not uploaded this video. So I think I will upload this on Wednesday, which will be the 10th. So that's the plan as of now. And I think I just officially decided that I will upload this really early morning tomorrow, which will be the 8th. And then you will see my memory plan from the week of the 25th to the 31st that I didn't upload last Tuesday. I will upload this Tuesday, the 9th. I will do my Erin Condren haul on the 10th. And then I think I will wait to upload my next memory plan on Friday, or the memory plan for this current week, which will be June 1st to the 7th. If that makes sense at all. Okay, then I thought, because I alternated those boxes or the quotes that came in the Mambi book, that I will use this post-it looking squares and with a push pin to use to alternate them on the week of the 9th, 10th, and 13th. Not the week, on the day of the 9th, 11, and 13, so that there would be kind of another box in that column. So that works out really well. One of them, it will be use your voices. The other one, I don't know. As soon as I move my hand, I can remember. Oh yeah, Black Lives Matter. Hello. And then the last one, I think I put learn. Yes, that's what I do. And so I decide to get quote unquote creative, more emphasis on the quote unquote, because I decide to do some arrows and some squiggly arrows. And I mean, that's as much art as I did here. And of course, writing this in was kind of neat to do, because I did want to integrate, something that I created, I guess, because this is such a special spread for me. So I just leave them. I was really close on not putting them down on my spread, because like I said, I am not fond of my print at all. But this works a little bit just because I made the letters a little bit thicker. So I mean, I was just, playing with it and it worked out. So here it goes, use your voice. And then I put Black Lives Matter next on the 11th. And finally, I would put learn on the 13th. And once I put learn up there and I see that I did it like in increment, I decide to do the squiggly line, kind of like to show growth. I don't know. In my mind, that's how it worked. I thought it was a great idea. I'm not sure if I'm getting that point across, but for sure, that's what I was thinking. I was like, hey. So I like that I do that. I wish I just would have gone above that floral black and white box instead of under, but that worked out. I still tried my best, and like I tell my students, as long as you try your best, we are good to go. And that's exactly what I did here. So I'm very proud of that. Even though I was kind of laughing after, I was like, those don't look like squiggly lines. So anyway, that is the best art ever. So I am really proud of my work here. I'm going to try very, very hard to do kind of like a day by day pre-plan. But as you all know, if you've been following me for a while, that doesn't come easy to me. And I really did try, and you'll see me here. The first thing that I want to do is to have some kind of checklist. And two, I use a daily. And I'm really excited to tell you actually that I bought a new monthly. If you follow my Instagram, you probably already know from where. If you do follow me on Instagram, go ahead and comment down below. I'm interested in knowing. If not, that's okay. No worries. But I posted on Instagram that I couldn't help myself and I ordered a planner that is monthly, weekly, daily. Like, I'm not going to call it planner piece, but I know it's going to make my life so much easier. So I'm really excited to get that. And here I'm adding checklists because I do need that on the daily, just because that kind of keeps me accountable for certain things. But at the same time, I realize that I do probably need some kind of daily planning in my life because I need a schedule. I really do need a schedule. I should learn from what I teach my students, and typically we go over the schedule in the morning during calendar time so that once they have an idea of what's happening in the classroom, then we have a smooth day, because kids do expect that, and well, adults too. And here I am, like, for a while trying to figure out what I need, and I think I need a schedule. I don't know how that will work out. I have tried doing Camila's like that when I was homeschooling her, but it kind of didn't work out just because her schedule shifts here at home a lot. But I'm wondering how I would do with one. So I don't know if that's a positive or a negative, but I can always give it a try and then realize that it either worked or it didn't, right? That's all I can do. And at this point, I mean, I've tried many planners, and so I mean, I can probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different brands at this point, and I'm sure that's nothing in comparison to all the planners available, but I did order another one too. I can't even say it right now. I'll go ahead and show you when they get delivered. But anyway, here I am. I'm going to put that I need to submit a video for Camila. So that's what I do to represent that up there. And then I do want to note all her Taekwondo classes for the week, because they're kind of like just a checklist for me. I like to have them there to make sure that I don't get swept up by her cute little eyes saying how tired she is when we've done nothing during the day, and that she wants to skip her class that day. She has been doing it via Zoom, but still, I get why she wouldn't be motivated because we're here at home, but I still need to push her and push myself to help her. So that's what I did. I marked it down. Thankfully, these munchkins from Once More with Love are black and white. And then this script from Peaceful Mind Designs is also black and white with a little belt. Then I pull out a clear sticker from Lux Kitty Designs, and it's an ABC sticker. And then I also use grandma and grandpa munchkins at the bottom of Monday because I will be taking the girls to be babysat, well, tomorrow, because I will be going into campus, hence the ABC sticker there. I want to go in and clean out my classroom. My husband actually took the day off, so it's actually really late right now and almost actually the 8th. So I really need to go to bed in a little bit, but I did want to mark that because my husband did take the day. He typically takes a day to go help me, and that's when I actually change bulletin boards and leave everything ready so that I'm ready to go in August. We start school in August. But due to the pandemic, we don't really know what's happening. And also, they do want to clean the walls and everything. So this time, I think I'm going to have to bring everything down. It is not a requirement, but they did say that if we move everything, they can get the walls. So I'm pretty sure that I do want that to happen. I haven't totally made my decision. I mean, I have a couple hours before I get up, and try and figure that out in the classroom. Hopefully, I'm able to vlog a little bit in there so that you can see that process. But anyway, all of that to say, that's what I put the ABC sticker. And I did put a munchkin on Monday through Friday. And then I also need some kind of Taekwondo bell testing stickers for Saturday and Sunday because she will be doing a Zoom test on those days. So not only the video, but they will be assessing her one-on-one on the 13th, and on the 14th, it will be her graduation if she passes. So we'll see how that goes. Alrighty. So what are we doing here? Taekwondo, blah, blah, blah. Yes. So Tuesday is just the checklist, and I don't have anything else for Tuesday, I don't think. Wednesday, the same thing, with the exception that I did put a munchkin with a face mask to represent grocery shopping for my husband. He usually does that. And that script is from a shop that is closed. Then on, Thursday, nothing much. Friday, I don't even have speech because my 3-year-old's therapist, our speech therapist, will not be available on that day. So we actually made it up yesterday, Saturday. She scheduled her. So we're free this upcoming week from speech therapy, but she's not free from me though. So we're still doing that. And then did I add anything else? Well, just black belt testing, and that black belt test script, and little blah blah blah. What is it? The little Taekwondo shirt, or is it uniform? Uniform. That's what it is. It's from a shop that is closed, so unfortunately I won't be able to provide you with that information. Then I pull out movie night and family time for Saturday and Sunday from PlannerKate. And if you need discount code, I do have it in my description box. And then the popcorn for right next to movie night is from Sweet Tea Plans. And the little family hugging each other right next to family time, I think it's from Sweet Tea Plants as well. Yep, that's what it is. My dinners at the bottom are also from Peaceful Mind Designs. Then I feel like I need to balance the spread with the flowers on the right side. So I go ahead and take one more from the sticker value packs from Mambi and just place it right below Sunday. And I think that looks really good. I'm actually really happy, with the exception that then I'm like, well, isn't it a little empty right at the top of the spread? So then I'm testing it out and I look at it and I'm like, I guess I need to cut it out just to see if it's going to work out. And I am so desperate for an opinion that I wish I was doing this live because well, I actually call my husband and I call him into the room in a little bit once I cut this portion from the top, just to like give myself, an idea of what it looks like once that part is detached, and see if that's going to make me happy. And I still don't know. I mean, I thought it was too much, but at the same time, I feel like it needed some kind of balance from top to bottom. And so I call my husband and I'm telling him here, I think, there's his hand. Yep, that's where I call him. I'm like, can you please help me? What do you think? And he goes like, yeah, just add it. So that's how desperate I was. I took planner decoration advice from my hubby. And I mean, I'm happy with the results. I mean, what can I say? They look cute and I was fine with that. I'm just trying to make it quite cute right here. And I cut any excess washi from the right and the left. And then I also cut that excess washi tape from the top. And then I'm actually happy. I was even thinking of removing both bottom and top washi because I think I could have done away with not having polka dots throughout the spread. I think only one of the boxes had polka dots or something. And then I could have just add some florals maybe, but it was fine. It worked out and I think it was fine. Yeah, it was fine. Well, here I get really excited. I'm like, yes, I'm done. And I'm going to post it on Instagram. I go ahead and show you how proud I am of my spread. Sorry, that was my phone. And then I go on Instagram and I'm looking and seeing that I did the challenge correct. And I'm like, hold up. You did it wrong. But it was easy for me to go back. I just screenshotted some codes, print them in my Sprocket, and then use the Happy Planner hole punch or punch, not hole punch, so that I can cut them to size the Erin Condren width. Like I said, the height is from the classic Happy Planner, but that works. So here I take away what I had posted on Instagram and I'm like, bye-bye. And I'm okay with that because my spread ends up looking so cute. I was so happy and it actually made it more personal. And I was really happy that I looked back to see the challenge because I would have been a little embarrassed, honestly, not being able to read through that whole challenge. So I was a little, I'm glad I did. So I start with Michelle Obama. I'm a fan. I have read the book. And if you haven't, I encourage you to read her book. And then I actually read it and then bought the audiobook. That book was given to me as a Christmas gift from my principal. And I was really happy to receive it. She knows how I study Black history. And I think more than anything, she was a little shocked too. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, but she gave me that. And then she also advised that there was, I guess, an Audible. Well, not I guess. I do know there's an Audible because I bought it. And I am subscribed to Audible and I bought the Audible for that book and Michelle Obama reads it. So that even makes it a lot better. So I also heard the Audible from that book and I am like so excited. And all of that to say, I use one of her quotes because, well, obsessed again. And it says, when they go low, we go high. And that is beautiful. And then I ended up finding like a little scroll on Google, really, from Frederick Douglass quote that I love. And I ended up using it for Wednesday. And that quote says, knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave. And Frederick Douglass. And so I'm going to put that one for Wednesday. And on Friday, I'm going to put place down MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. And his quote is, faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. And well, yeah, that's our famous Martin Luther King Jr. quote. And that actually completes my spread. I'm so glad I was able to go back and read the challenge. But more than that, even if I had just posted it like that, I mean, I did it from the heart and I was like so excited to see it unravel in a way that I didn't think it would. Actually, I was really happy. And so here it is. If you haven't joined the challenge, I will encourage you to do that. I am excited to be done with this. And thank you so much. And if I inspire you in any way today, that makes my day. Comment down below if you have any questions for me or anything that I didn't mention and you're interested in. I love you guys. Take care. But more than anything, as always, God bless. Goodbye.